Ash stayed. In modern life, ash is just a nuisance. It's the dusty end of a barbecue, the leftover from a fireplace, something to sweep away, dispose of, forget. But in traditional Japan, ash was not garbage. It was never thrown away. Ash was gathered. Ash was stored. Ash was protected. In fact, every household treated it as a quiet treasure, because they knew something we may have forgotten. Ash is not the end of fire. It is the memory of it. In Japan's mountain villages, the hearth, called irori, was the beating heart of a home. It warmed the family, it cooked their meals, it lit their nights, and at the center of the hearth was ash. But why keep it? Because it was through ash that fire could sleep without dying. Each night, glowing embers were buried in ash. This was called uzumibi, buried fire. Ash kept them alive while protecting the house from open flame. In the morning, when the family woke, they would simply blow gently and the fire would return. This was not only clever, it was vital. In a time before matches, letting the fire go out meant humiliation. To borrow fire from your neighbor was a silent admission. I failed to protect the life in my home. This task, preserving fire, was traditionally the job of women. They tended the hearth as they would a child, knowing that ash was what made continuity possible. Ash was not just practical, it was personal. It meant stability, safety, and pride. But ash's role didn't end with the hearth. In mountain villages, people used ash to cook. They would bury millet dumplings in warm ash overnight. By morning, they were soft and ready, without ever using a pot or fire. This wasn't just tradition, it was science. At 80 degrees Celsius, ash creates the perfect condition for a special enzyme called amylase to turn starch into sugar. That's why sweet potatoes and chestnuts taste better when cooked in ash than in direct fire. Ash could cook without burning. It could warm without boiling. It was nature's gentle oven. Every morning, families would sweep the hearth and collect the previous day's ash. Some of it would be reused, some stored for farming, some saved for dyeing, tanning, or even making soap. Ash had so many uses that people began to trade it. In the city of Edo, what is now Tokyo, over 300 ash collectors walked the streets calling out, "Any ash today? Any ash?" People gave them their ash, and in return received cotton, oil, or other goods. It was like early recycling, a circular economy, a culture where nothing was wasted, not even the dust of yesterday's fire. But ash wasn't only useful, it was symbolic. It represented continuity. It showed respect for what had given warmth and life. Even in its quietest form, fire was not forgotten. Ash taught patience. It taught preservation. It taught us to value what remains after things have passed. Today, we throw away what doesn't shine. We forget what doesn't speak. But perhaps ash still has something to tell us. That what is humble may still be essential. That what is left over may still be sacred. That even after fire is gone, something soft and silent can remain, to remind us to protect what matters and never forget what warmed us once.